What happened to your voice?
What do you mean, what happened to my voice?
I heard you by the bridge. I know what a girl sound like.
I'm not a girl, I'm a boy. I mean, I'm a man.
I don't care what you are, boy, girl.
I'm not a girl, I'm a man.
Comic book movie fans have really sharpened their skills when it comes to spotting Easter eggs. Many enjoy uncovering those little details after watching a movie or series multiple times. Some of these Easter eggs are clear nods for the fans, while others are a lot more hidden. The MCU has definitely made a name for itself with those tougher-to-find Easter eggs, which you might only catch as foreshadowing after a new film comes out. They keep delivering, and we love it. So, let's check out 10 Easter eggs that will make you appreciate Marvel even more. 10 Rings. In the MCU, the Ten Rings is a terrorist organization primarily featured in the Iron Man films. Members of this group were involved in the kidnapping of Tony Stark, which set the stage for him becoming Iron Man. The Ten Rings logo also makes an appearance in the fake Mandarin's videos later on. After that, a potential buyer of the yellow jacket suit in Ant-Man was spotted with a tattoo of the Ten Rings symbol on his neck. This had fans buzzing with excitement about what Marvel had in store for this iconic organization. Then, Marvel really surprised everyone by revealing the Ten Rings as a major organization in the Shang-Chi movie. Aaron Davis is more than just the Prowler. When Aaron Davis popped up for a quick chat with Spider-Man in Spider-Man: Homecoming, many fans quickly realized this hinted that his comic book nephew, Miles Morales, is also part of the MCU. In the scene, he mentions his nephew, and Spider-Man even pulls up a file that shows Miles' aliases. Along with Prowler, which is Miles' villain name in the comics, there's another interesting name listed, Brian Pichelli. This name combines the names of Brian Mitchell Bendis and Sarah Pichelli, who are both significant figures in comics. Bendis is a writer, while Pichelli is an artist, and both contributed to Miles Morales' early comic book stories. Hawkeye features a Morse code message. While many comic book fans are on the lookout for significant number and letter sequences when hunting for Easter eggs, they might not think to check for blinking light sequences that could be Morse code. However, the production team for Hawkeye went all out with their Easter eggs and included one that most viewers likely missed. In episodes 2 and 3, when Kate and Clint are captured by members of the Tracksuit Mafia, you can see lights blinking behind them. According to director Rhys Thomas, this blinking pattern is intentional and actually represents the date of Kate Bishop's first appearance in a Hawkeye comic. Although she debuted in the Young Avengers comics, she first co-starred in a Hawkeye series in the 2012 book by Matt Fraction and David Aja, which heavily influenced the Disney Plus show. WandaVision outfits. Marvel has really embraced the idea of giving their heroes outfits that closely resemble their original comic book costumes. This is especially noticeable in WandaVision, where Wanda, Vision, and the faux Pietro end up in costumes that look nearly identical to their comic counterparts. Although Wanda claims to be a Sokovian fortune teller and Vision dresses as a Mexican luchador, comic fans instantly recognize these iconic looks. While Marvel has touched on this before with Captain America's original outfit, they've also carried this trend into their Loki series on Disney+. Fans should definitely keep an eye out for more costume-related Easter eggs in upcoming Marvel projects, especially in Fantastic Four. Dr. Eric Selvig's research reveals the fault. In 2013's Thor: The Dark World, there's a sneaky X-Men reference that probably flew over the heads of many mainstream viewers. In a wild scene featuring Dr. Eric Selvig, he's rambling about celestial events written on his blackboard, and while a lot of it might seem like nonsense, there's one mention that connects to the Marvel Universe, the Fault. In the comics, the Fault plays a role in a significant X-Men storyline. It was created after a war between the Kree and the Shi'ar Empire, which involved Vulcan, the mutant brother of Cyclops and Havoc, and Black Bolt. This cosmic rift led to the Cancerverse, a reality where death doesn't exist. Kamala Khan's gene analysis results make her a mutant. In the finale of Ms. Marvel, we finally learn that Kamala Khan is a mutant. In Episode 6, she has Bruno investigate her genetics, and he reveals something unique about her, like a mutation. This marks the first time the term mutant has been officially used in the MCU, confirming their existence. Some fans see this as a potential tease, especially since Marvel previously hinted at mutants in WandaVision. To reinforce this reveal, The X-Men 97 theme plays when Kamala's mutation is mentioned, suggesting she could be connected to Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. This shift is huge because Kamala has always been an Inhuman in the comics, and moving her to the mutant category breaks from established canon. The distinction between Inhumans and mutants has been significant in the comics, and this change not only alters Kamala's character, but also opens the door for other characters in the MCU to be considered mutants as well. Wolverine exists already in the MCU. Before Wolverine's return was officially announced for Deadpool and Wolverine, the MCU slipped in some hints about him in various projects. One standout Easter egg appeared in She-Hulk Attorney at Law, where a news headline mentioned a guy with metal claws involved in a bar fight. While metal claws could refer to several Marvel characters, the timing of this mention right before Hugh Jackman's Deadpool and Wolverine reveal suggests it was probably a nod to Logan. Later in the season, Nikki Ramos pops out from behind a wall with makeup brushes in hand, saying "snicked." For Wolverine fans, that sound is iconic. It's the sound effect used when he extends his claws in the comics. It's a bit puzzling how Nikki knew to make that reference, even with She-Hulk's fourth wall-breaking finale. Do you think Cavill's Wolverine will fit into the main MCU timeline? The original Guardians. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, director James Gunn gives a nod to the original comic book team with a clever Easter egg. When Yondu reconnects with his old Ravager crew, he meets Stakar Ogord, aka Starhawk, played by Sylvester Stallone. This crew features several members from the original 1969 Guardians of the Galaxy, including Charlie 27, Alita Ogord, Mainframe, and Krugar. This Easter egg is a significant shout-out to Marvel Comics history, since the original Guardians were quite different from Star-Lord's team in the MCU. It's a fun surprise for longtime fans and acknowledgement of the broader legacy of the Guardians. Thanos Copter. In Loki Season 1, Episode 5, the show really dives into the bizarre side of the MCU and takes full advantage of the Disney Plus format. When Loki gets pruned, he ends up in the Void, a place where all pruned items and beings go to exist without affecting the timeline. Among the notable things found there is Throg, the frog version of Thor, showing that even he is worthy of wielding Mjolnir. But the standout item that gets pruned in this episode is the Thanos Copter, which is exactly what it sounds like. Viewers can spot a yellow helicopter with Thanos emblazoned on it, a fun nod to Spidey Super Stories number 39. It's a great example of how Loki embraces its weirdness while paying homage to Marvel's comic book history. Sam Raimi's Oldsmobile Delta 88. Sam Raimi has a special fondness for his classic Oldsmobile Delta 88, which has made appearances in all of his films, starting with The Evil Dead. Even though MCU filmmakers often have to play by the rules, Raimi still incorporates his signature style, including this beloved car. It's a subtle nod that might go over the heads of casual viewers who aren't familiar with Raimi's work. In Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the Oldsmobile Delta 88 pops up twice. One instance is in Wanda Maximoff's home on Earth 838, where it's represented as a toy monster truck. The other appearance is in the background, when Doctor Strange and America Chavez witness a dying Earth with a swirling tornado pulling the car into the sky. It's a quirky homage that showcases Raimi's unique flair within the MCU. Well, that's it. Please share your views and opinions in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.